You going?
Yep.
I know you are. Look, here we are. So, there's been a lot said about what is the right mix to have underneath your paving, and let's talk about what you shouldn't have. What you shouldn't have is a wet mix, and a wet mix is where you have copious amounts of water in your bedding mortar, and simply because water is without doubt detrimental to good mortars. If you put too much in, you need water for the magic to happen, for the cement to start going off. But when you have too much water in mortars, what happens, I spoke about this so many times, you get, when it starts drying, you get rapid evaporation, especially even in the winter conditions when you get that wind and the drying time is just too quick. Mortar should sort of heal, sort of cure very slowly, not fast. And then when the water starts to dry up, you get rapid evaporation, and then you'll get a biscuit-like mortar bed. And a biscuit-like mortar bed is as high porosity value, and that's when you get all that moisture wicking back up through your grout, through your mortar, through your grout, and that's when you get the mineral deposits. The more water you put in anything, if we think of water going into concrete, the only reason they put water in concrete obviously is for the magic to happen, but you don't need that much. But what happens, the reason they put water in concrete when they're doing those pours is for ease of placement. It's as simple as that. Your mortar needs compressive strength. The fact is, liquids aren't compressive. They put liquids in hydraulics because it's not compressive. Water is not compressive. Have you ever done a belly flop in a swimming pool on water? It doesn't compress, it hurts. When we look at mortars, mortars need to be reduced, and that's how your mortar should be. I'm squeezing that, and there's very, very little moisture in that. The only thing about using a mixer to achieve a screed, what we say is a screed like that, that's why these screed floors, screeded floors have compressive strength, okay? That's why they're able to tile on them and walk on them. And what we've got to think of is when we look at hydraulic pressure, when block paving bricks are made, when curbs are made, they're made through HP, hydraulic pressure products with compressive strength. And when we look at that, that is the actual perfect amount of moisture in there. The only thing is, it's really difficult to achieve that in a mixer. You've got to keep an eye on it, and that's why people are using forced paddle mixers, because you don't get that segregation where the cement separates from the sand. Right. So this is a bit wet. It's a wet mix. I'll put a little bit more in just to dry it up. But there's a lot of water in there. So let's have a look now. Let's make a ball. Got to admit, there's no feb in here or any additives. It's just moving around as well, isn't it? Look, there we are. Look. So we've got a ball here. Right. Let's take this ball over here. And we put this ball with copious amounts of water in. This is exaggerated, of course. And we'll put it on here because we want it to go on the ruby. As you can see, our screeded mix is actually standing up by itself. But look, you can see what's happening. The water's dragging it down, and it's going into. This will end up like a pancake. There we are. So let's just make a nice little shape. There we go. They look nice together, side by side. The one with little water in, the one with lots of water.
So what are you doing there, John?
Well, we just got a little bit of lip in there. We just pack that up. Just it's like a mill. That's the thing about porcelain. It's there's fractions in it. Really, just small fractions. So what we're doing here now, I explained a bit of the mix, and what we're actually doing. This isn't a level. You can see. This is a little wooden boat level. But look, what we're doing is so important when you're laying your paving. We've got a string line from A to B, the height that we want to run to. You physically have got to get down and see that it's actually touching the line, okay? And on there it is. you can actually see where it's touching the line and it's not moving the line. So it's absolutely spot on. What happens more than often is that we put levels on top of the paving and we run it over and we just look and we think that's it, and it's not it. It's not it. You've got to get down and have a look and make sure that you tap down. If it's off it, you can just get down. You get your colleague, or if you're by yourself, and you put it on there like that, and then you just tap down to it until it touches the line. Then you know that you're dead on from A to B. So that is absolutely perfect, right? Okay, that is perfect. Where it's not perfect was towards the end. If you look at that now, this is what we call, let's see if I can pick it up, we call that baubles, right? Segregation. See one of those boards now, if I got that now, we went through, there's a lot more paste, cement paste in that because it's separated from the sand. Look at it, I was separated, you can see the sand. But when we look at this bit, this is the mix that you probably get in one of those forced paddle mixers. Look at it. I'm not sure how it works. It's just the position of it in the forced paddle mixer is different to that. So, but that is a perfect screed mix, and maybe a little bit more moisture in it, but that's going to be used straight away. It's not going to dry out. Some people say to me, John, how have you done so well over the years? Like, you know, it is through hard work and doing the daily grind. I got a nice house, got a nice car, and go on nice holidays, right? But I tell you what I did years ago. It wasn't cryptocurrency. It wasn't stocks and shares, or even in houses, invested into houses. What it actually was, I actually bought a new kettle, which was really efficient, and it saved me £10 a year. And over the years, there you go. Go on when you're ready. Great when I can actually walk on the path that I actually laid. And what you've got to remember is, you know, when you go to places, I've said this again, when you go to places like Cyprus and Rome, or when you look at those old buildings, like, you know, those old amphitheatres that they built, and there's the Colosseums and everything, and you look at the mosaics that are on the floor and you think, my God, this has been down 3,000 years. And then you come home and then some numpty you hear about is laid a patio and every slab is delaminated. There's got to be something in how they did it. And how they did it was through compaction. So these are my balls, all right? And as you can see, they're pretty even in size, okay? Density, I don't know yet. I think the semi-screed one is definitely, I think it's dense, a little bit heavier, but I don't know, there's a lot of water in this one, okay, and that's still moving around and that's still cracking. This is absolutely solid, okay? So there's nothing like an evenly balanced pair of balls, and we're gonna see tomorrow, and we're gonna watch this over the next few days, which is stronger. Strong walls. Take a picture, mate. I go strong. All right. You take a picture.
Yeah. Quality, I think.